brothers and sisters, today inshallah we'll continue with the lessons to understand from the Saqifa event. And we would like to focus on the main differences between the Sunni Muslims and the Shiite Muslims. Why? Because so many of us on both sides, we misinterpret the bad examples, bad statements issued by some fanatics and extremists on both sides. And meanwhile, for so many of us forget that we are almost in agreement over or on 99% of the core of the Muslim teachings. So today inshallah we would like to continue with this issue. Why? Just to have a better understanding of one another. Let's first introduce and say that the Shiite Muslims are true Muslims in general. And we should say Assalamu alaikum to them. And we should support the weak people of them if they need our own support or help. And at the same time, if any one of them would die, it is our duty to pray on him and to provide a grave for him and to help his own family. Not only this, we can marry from them and they can marry from us, so long as they do not verbally curse on the Sahaba of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and they do not hold any extremist visions about Ali. And we should now say that some people may think that the Shiite have a special Quran. They don't have a special Quran. It is the same Quran we have. And some of them, for example, say that Ali is better and higher than Prophet Sallallahu. This is not a statement by the scholars of the Shia. It is true that some narrations are said by some of them, but those some are from the Jewish background. And they just inserted such a statement to make more disruption, more disunity in the Muslim lines. So we can gather and say we have 5 main differences between Sunni and Shiite. Number 1, the principle of imama or walaya. They believe that the caliphate should be in the descendant of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam from the children of Fatima, from her own husband Ali. And in support of this, they depend upon a very famous hadith narrated by both Muslim on Sunni side and the Shia side. This is a very famous event, Ghadir Khum. And they take it as celebration on the 18th of the Hijjah each year. On his way back to Medina from Mecca after the welfare Hajj, he sallallahu alayhi wasallam gave a sermon on Ghadir on a spring which was called Khum. And he sallallahu alayhi wasallam reminded people of Allah, and he said that I will leave in you 2 things and you should respect them. Number 1, the book of Allah, wherein you will find light and guidance. Number 2, be careful about our family. I ask you to be mindful of our family. Be kind to our family. And he repeated it 3 times. Then he said, do you not know that I'm worthy of the believers of their own souls? They said, yes, you are worthy of the believers of their own souls. Do you not know that I'm worthy of each Muslim of his own soul? Each one of them said, you are worthy of each Muslim of his own soul. Then he said, I am the ally and supporter of Ali, and he is my own ally and support. He is my close support. So, if anyone would be a supporter of Ali, Allah would support him. If anyone would disgrace Ali, Allah would disgrace him. Oh Allah, be with those who support Ali and be against those who... But why he said this? This is very important. This is very important to know why he mentioned Ali on this day. It is narrated in Al-Bukhari, Muslim and others, that before this event, before the event of farewell Hajj, Khalid ibn al-Walid was sent to Yemen. And after winning the battle, and he had so much spoils, he sent a messenger to the messenger of Allah and said, send a man, a wise man from you, to divide the spoils amongst the soldiers of the army. So the Prophet ﷺ sent Ali. Over there in Yemen, Ali took 1/5, which is dedicated to the Prophet, to the orphans, to the needy, to the public interest of Muslim community. And the people who are around Khalid over there didn't like what Ali took from the spoils. So Khalid sent Buraidah ibn al-Hasib to the Prophet, and he complained about Ali. So the Prophet kept silent until Buraidah repeated the complaint 3 times. And finally, he ﷺ said to Buraidah, do you dislike Ali? Yes. This is the transparency of the Sahaba. Yes, I disliked what he did. So he said, don't dislike Ali. Do not do it. Love him. So Buraidah said, I love him. You understand how things go? So he ﷺ just wanted to remind the Muslims of the position of Ali and not to misinterpret his own behavior. And he ﷺ said to Buraidah, he has more portion in the share he has taken than what he did. Okay, already. So now he ﷺ stood on his way back to just eliminate any trace of dislike against the behavior of what Ali did in Yemen. And he reminded the Sahaba of the position of Ali. This is just to understand why he ﷺ mentioned Ali, especially in this case. So about this hadith, the Shia would say that Ali should be the Imam after the Prophet ﷺ. And from this doctrine, they have the other doctrine, the second doctrine. They said there must be 12 Imams from the descendants of Ali, from the children of Ali. They are starting with Ali, Al-Hasan, Al-Husayn, Zayn al-Abidin ibn Ali, Muhammad al-Baqir, Ja'far al-Sadiq. Then they would be divided between the Shia themselves. Some of them would say Musa al-Qadhim would be the 7th one, but others would say that Ismail, his brother, not Musa. After him, Muhammad al-Rida, then Muhammad al-Jawad, then al-Hasan ibn Hilal al-Askari, then Muhammad al-Majid al-Aswad. So now, the second doctrine has a very big mistake, which is they say that all those Imams are impeccable. They cannot commit any mistake. They are like Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In practice, this is the theory. In practice, those Imams never violated the teachings of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they said nothing against the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they never changed anything from the Sharia or from the Quran. So in practice, 99% in agreement with the Sunni. So this is the second doctrine. The third, and which is the most critical issue, the Sahaba. We Muslims, the Sunni Muslims, we believe that the Sahaba of Prophet ﷺ are the best generation. And we always pray for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be pleased with them. And we know from the Quran that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala declared His own satisfaction and pleasure with the pioneers of the Muhajir, migrants, and the Ansar, helpers in Medina. And the one who belies Allah, he is practically a disbeliever. Because Allah said, Allah is pleased with the pioneers of Muhajirin and Ansar. Allah said He is pleased. How you come and say Allah is not pleased? When you insult Allah, so Allah is not pleased with him. When you curse on Allah, so Allah is not pleased. You not belie Allah, you deny what Allah said. So this is a very, very critical issue. So the Sunni never say any bad word about any of the Sahaba. But some of the Shia, especially after the 2nd century, they started to say bad things about Abu Bakr and about Uthman and about Aisha. And this is a very big mistake. Why? Because in reality, whatever they would say about those persons who have already passed away will never add any good thing to Muslim community. If they keep cursing on them day and night, they add nothing to this life. So the wise person, the logic says they shouldn't say any bad thing about them. And even if they did regard him lesser rank than Ali ibn Abi Talib, they shouldn't insult or curse. Why? Because Allah purified Aisha and cleaned her in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala praised Abu Bakr in the Quran because the Mufassir, the exegetes of the Quran, all of them are in agreement. That's what Allah said. وَسَيُجَنَّبُهَا الْأَتْقَى. The most righteous of your ummah would be saved from hellfire. They said this atqa is Abu Bakr. So if you say any bad thing about Abu Bakr, you in practice, you in reality, you deny Allah. You deny what Allah said. This very, very critical issue. So the third point is the Sahaba. The fourth one is at-taqiyya. They say that at-taqiyya, this is to declare something and believe in something else. So when they say when the kids or the children of Ali used to go and they greet the Sahaba and this, they did it against their heart. This is wrong. Why? Because we believe and we make Allah our witness that Ali and his children were the most truthful of this ummah. And they never hide anything in their heart against what they see, against even the tyrants. That's why we find that Al-Husayn said the truth against Yazid and he was killed. He didn't hide anything. And after him, Ja'far al-Sadiq, Muhammad al-Baqir and others, they always said the truth. So the fake statements ascribed to the leaders, the imams, who are the children of the family of Prophet ﷺ, that they had something in heart against what they declared is absolutely wrong and unacceptable. Why? Because of those people would fear the truth and would fear to say the truth. Who dare to say? Why they are the defenders of this ummah and the defenders of freedom. And finally, the occultation. Occultation means that they believe that the last Imam, the 12th Imam, who was 5 years old when he disappeared in Iraq, in a trench underground, they believe that he will come again. This Imam went to the trench in the year 260. And according to their own doctrines, they believe that he remained almost, you can say, 70 years on communication with his own deputies. He would speak to some messengers, and those messengers would deliver the message to the Shiites. But by the year 329, the last messenger between him and the Shiite died and passed away. And from this point on, from this moment on, they believed that he will appear in the last of days, before the last hour. In practice, this doctrine has no effect in our life. Why? Because we also believe that one from the family of Prophet ﷺ, whose name would be Muhammad ibn Abdullah, the same like the Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah, he would appear before Isa would come at the last day. And once he appears, all Muslims, all believers would be his own defenders and his own soldiers. So in reality, most of the differences are deep. So why we are in fight? Why we kill each other? Why we insult against each other? Why shouldn't all Muslims stand united against all odds in this world and give a highest example for others to come to the light of Allah? Because when people are around us, when they see us fighting each other, when they see us disliking each other, when they see us writing books to curse on each other and to destroy our great figures and our great historic leaders, what do you expect from them to say? If you yourself are the one who demolish your own house, what can others say about you? So if we would like to stand united, to give a high example for others to come to Islam, we should again revisit our own heritage and try to think and try to apply the logic. So all Muslims should stand united, should love the Sahaba of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And now already Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, Ali, and all the generation, all of them passed away. Why should we now stand and fight just against each other and kill one another just to judge who was 14 centuries best Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. And the best would appear on the last day. And we do believe that, for example, Fatima, a peace from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She was the best of all Muslims during her life and after the death of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But this fact is not enough for her to become the caliph. So she was not the caliph. This is how we understand being the best in righteousness, being the best in good deeds, being given a piece of the flesh of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is not the qualification to lead the Muslim community. There are other qualifications that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created for the continuity of the Muslim community and for the leadership of Islam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide all of us to the truth, make all of us from the rule of Jannah, save all of us from hellfire, guide us, our children, wives, brothers and sisters, parents, to the best in this life and in the hereafter. اللهم اغفر ذنوبنا يسر امورنا فرج كروبنا تولى جميع امورنا لا تكلنا الى انفسنا طرفه عين ولا اقل من ذلك.